Before we have our announcements, I want to recognize a special guest that's really not new to us, but he was with us when we were at the college back in the summer. But Phil Campbell from Australia is here in our worship service this morning. And so I've asked Phil to come, and I believe he was here for, was it a wedding or somewhere in Nashville, close to Nashville. And so I got an email from Andrew, and Andrew told me that he was going to be here. And so I've asked Phil to come and share some things with us. And so, Phil, just come on, man.
Thanks, Carl. I bet you all didn't know you're going to get 2 sermons this morning. Take your Bible, open it to Leviticus. Going to work through verse by verse. No, it's a privilege to be here again, and this is an amazing town. It's so special. I appreciate the welcome you would have got as a visitor coming on in, but I went to the Piggly Wiggly, is that what it's called? Piggly Wiggly this morning. I got asked for my signature as I was paying the bill. And that was fantastic. Actually, this morning for me means even more coming back, a year almost to the day. Looking at you guys, the builders, the fighters, the redeemers. To redeem, isn't it? To buy back that you've already owned. I look around, you the guys that have decided to pay the price. I'm looking here at your sacrificial giving in the midst of your need and the way you're choosing to build the house of God. And I commend you this morning. Wherever I go, I talk about this place, my experiences. Nobody believes me, by the way. I'm one of those pastors. I tell them about last year and the trials you guys went by. This time last year, a few days before that event, you'd look back and go, well, why do we have to go through that? Why God just tell us? And I come back this morning in my story. I was in Genesis this morning, and, God went to a lot of trouble to create mankind. What a price he paid. Didn't just put a planet together. Okay, he put everything together to create you and I and to come into this intimate fellowship, this relationship that we have one with another and with him. And after all of that work, all of those resources, can you imagine the building bill for a universe? And you just go down to Home Depot and say, I'll take a universe, thank you, put it on Amex. It's a big price to pay, right? And then it's like buying your first new car and letting your son drive it. And he writes it off the first time you give him the car. And that's what we did as mankind, didn't we? We got given that amazing gift of free choice. And what did we do with it? We turned our back on the Father. But just as the prodigal son tells us, there was a way made for you and I. There was a redemption price that he was willing to pay again. And this morning in this place, we're redeemers. We're imitating him this morning. It's Jesus in us, isn't it? I'm looking forward to the next time I come back. What an amazing organisation you're part of, a denomination that you've got 1,700 volunteers coming in over that week. And being good Baptists, I know that nobody here is going to make any money out of that. You're not going to charge for your accommodation. That's more than the population of this town. Everyone's sharing a bed that week. God bless you richly. Thank you so much for the opportunity to say hello again, Carl. And sorry I missed your dad this time round, but it is a privilege to be here. And I'll be thinking of you guys on the 27th, praying for you, loving you muchly, and again, continuing to tell the story. God bless.
Thank you.